live. Actually, Rom, I'm very excited today because of our special guest. Ikaw ba, Rom?
Of course. Lalo na ngayon na I think first time natin magkasama na mag-interview kasi back sa opisina na tayo. So it's good. Iba pala ang feeling pag magkasama tayo. Mas kinakabahan ako sa sa guest natin kung hindi ko alam kung matatanong ba natin siya ng tama. O of course, marami tayong matututunan sa kanya. So sino ba yan? Sino ba yung guest natin na yan?
Actually, bago natin introduce yung guest natin, tatanong ko muna sa'yo. So, yung second book mo is Money Smart Kids.
Yep.
So, I guess ano muna yung naging inspirasyon mo sa pagsulat ng libro mo?
Okay. Kasi as a financial advisor, normally, yung na-realize natin yung power of compound growth, di ba? Yung ibig sabihin is yung time is always to our advantage kung tutusin. So imagine mo kung mas bata mo siya inumpisahan. Bakit mga bata? So I believe na if you are responsible as a young age sa money, maging responsible ka rin sa buhay mo at saka sa pag-aaral. So yun ang naging inspirasyon natin para isulat yung librong Money Smart Kids.
Galing na, at an early age. Very good. And alam mo, Romy, and our viewers as well, isa sa mga parang excited din ako and happy is through taxsmartcafe as well as Living Without. So yung bago nating initiative, Living Without. So we actually support yung Money Smart Kids program sa Philippines, sa financial literacy ng kabataan, as well as may mga scholars, may mga sponsorship na ginagawa sa mga estudyante, which is awesome. Okay, Rom.
Yep. So,
Hindi natin patagalin.
So, introduce mo natin siya. Siya na mag-intro. So, ito yung model natin sa Pilipinas. Siya yung ating brand, tawag dito. Siya ang nagdadala ng Money Smart Kids natin ng brand sa Pilipinas. Ilang taon na nga siya?
So, nag-start siya mag-post ng videos sa Money Smart Kids sa Facebook page. 7 years old siya. Sa akin, naka-turn lang ng 9 years old. 9 years old.
9 years old at magtuturo siya sa atin about money. So welcome na natin siya. So, okay. Welcome to Taxsmart Cafe, Win.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning to all of our viewers in our Facebook Live. And good morning rin po, Mami Joy and Tito Rom.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, ready ka na ba sa questions, Win?
Yes po. Yes po.
Okay, alam ko maaga doon, 7 a.m. doon.
Maaga niya siguro na nagising.
Nagpagising daw ng 5 o'clock, pero kung 6 o'clock nagising. Okay, first question, Win. So we have been watching a lot of your videos on Money Smart Kids Facebook and YouTube page. What inspired you to record those videos?
Well, I am actually fond of reading books and pretending like I am a teacher and explaining what I have read. And I'm pretending that there are students listening. So until my mom gave me the book, the title of the book was Money Smart Kids by Mr. Romile Gadaoni. I also wanted to have a video that my viewers can learn, especially to children like me. I can share with them what I learned from what I read, and that's where it all started. I was inspired to record those videos because I also wanted to share what I learned from that book called Money Smart Kids.
Ayun, no? Ang bata pa niya, and then nagbasa ng libro about money for kids. And actually, instead of keeping it to himself, he wants to share it via vlog. Saka napakaganda. No? So, ayun, okay, you read my book, The Money Smart Kids, right? So can you explain to us what do you mean by financial literacy for kids?
So,
and for other people, and why it is important. Why it is important
Okay.
to us.
Okay. So financial literacy, it helps us to understand the value of money and how it is earned, how we get money. It teaches us how to give value no matter how little money you have. Because you know now why your parents work hard for our needs. And it is important because it helps us to save money, budgeting, and giving. It gives us knowledge to manage the money we have. For example, I received 2,000 pesos from my last birthday. I deposit 1,500 to my bank account and I put 250 pesos to my savings jar. Then the other 250 pesos, I spent it for charity. I bought the items to be given for charity from my mini store. You see, the amount of capital still went to me and the small income was added to my charity jar.
Okay. Ang lalim.
Ang galing ha, ang galing, grabe.
Okay, Win. You actually have videos that you explain. In your webinars, you explain about needs versus wants. Right? Okay. Could you elaborate? Yes. Could you elaborate more on those, a difference between those?
Okay, so the difference between those needs and wants. Needs are our necessities for us to live and survive. Wants are our own desires just to make our life enjoyable and comfortable. But wants are not as important as needs. One example of needs is money. We need money to pay all of the things we need to survive. We need to pay for all of the things we need to survive. Especially nowadays, pandemic time, the whole world learned to value more and appreciate needs than wants. So that is an example of why we can live without wants.
Yung needs and wants na yan, it's a big question yan sa kahit sa hindi lang sa mga bata. Yun ang problema yata ngayon, no? Working as a financial advisor. Actually, yung i-classify mo yung expenses nila, hindi nila ma-identify kung needs ba talaga to or wants. Kung naalala mo, Joy, ang needs and wants na yan, tinuturo na yan sa atin. Mula nung bata pa tayo, yung kantang Ako ay may lobo. Di ba, no? So, tawag ito, sa pagkain sana, nabusog ba? Kung lobo ba? Pagkain, ang binili mo. That's a typical needs and wants na learning supposed to be natin. Pero, yung mga viewers natin, kung nag-agree kayo kay Win, mag-like kayo rito. Or mag-share nyo yung bata ito, batang-bata pa is tawag dito, gusto niyang mag-share yung knowledge niya about money. So imagine mo, ini-explain ng 9-year-old na bata ang needs and wants. At marami matututo dito, no? So, Win, followers mo ako sa iyong YouTube, sa iyong Facebook page. Nakita ko na 9, actually hindi pa siya 9 yata that time, no? Nagtayo na siya ng negosyo. Nagtayo na siya ng negosyo na 8 years old. So, could you tell us more about your business? The mini store. I think mini store.
So my business, back then, I was thinking then how I can help my mother and make her happy with me. Aside from earning income for making videos, I am doing something that will make me more useful and at the same time, I will enjoy doing it. So I decided to have a little mini sari-sari store just inside our compound. I also have many buyers inside the compound and our neighbors too. My goods helps more during the lockdown time because people are limited in coming out of their area.
Very good. Win, what's the name of your mini store?
So then apparently the name of my mini store is the Money Smart Kids Store.
Wow, ano yung imagine mo siya? Negosyante. Money coach.
Tapos, turn into a business.
Naging negosyo niya. At saka, naghanap buhay na siya. Di ba, imagine mo siya. No? So,
Okay. Okay, I'm very curious, Win. How did you actually save up money to start your business?
Okay, so I saved up for my business. I started selling with basic needs. My aim is not only to sell my goods, but to sell them fast. We did research exactly what my buyers actually buy frequently. So I save money from my earnings. My investments are also still stable.
aba. CEO ng ganyan. O sige, ito yung question ko. Lahat ng negosyante apektado nito. So, in Australia, in US, Philippines, saan man, no, they are actually affected by pandemic or by pandemic, by COVID. So, kahit dito sa atin sa Australia, ang daming nagsasara na negosyo dahil nga itong pandemya natin yan. So, tanungin natin itong 9-year-old na CEO. Win, how did the pandemic affect your business? Ano yung ginawa mo? How did you save your business because of the pandemic?
Yes, the pandemic affected every business imaginable. And yes, my mini sari-sari store did not escape the adverse effects of the pandemic. My small income from my store went down. Due to the continuation of the lockdown, many lost their income. Many workers in the company laid off. So other families went home to their province. That happened to some of my buyers. What I did to save my business was to search again the more needed goods during lockdown, and also they can also afford to buy it. I concentrated selling fresh eggs and noodles. They're affordable and have become very essential at this time of pandemic, also during lockdowns.
Wow. Okay, so
Coming from the CEO.
actually, yes, he has a business. It's not affected by the pandemic, so he has to think of something new.
Yeah.
And actually, his business had to adapt
Yeah.
to the times, right?
So imagine what I've learned, John, yung innovation, yung innovation na ginawa niya instead of blaming the pandemic. Ganito kasi yung nangyari. Lugi ako eh. So ayan ko na, doon magmukmuk ka na lang sa sulok at hayaan na lang na matatapos itong pandemya, pero you can learn pala how to innovate, di ba? At tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung negosyo. Actually, there's an opportunity, pinakita sa atin ng batang ito, na merong opportunity kahit na merong pandemya.
Exactly. So, resilience din, I guess, diba? So, parang, ang Pinoy kilala sa resilience eh. So, may nag-down yung business, yung kukunti niyang kinikita. Yung kanyang mga suki na wala. So, pero, nag-down. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na mag-stop ang business doon.
So, lalaban, di ba?
Correct. Okay, sige. Let's talk about the videos that you have on My Smart Kids Facebook, Joywin. So, one of those that actually caught my eye is the one about the 3 little pigs. Can you share us the lesson that we all can learn from that?
The Three Little Pigs is a well-known story. It shows 3 pigs trying to build houses. The first built a straw house, the second a stick, and the third a brick house. Then the big bad wolf came and blew down the 2 houses, destroying the sticks, but the brick house stayed very strong. So the lesson I want to share with you from the video I made about the 3 little pigs, be responsible in managing your money, in choosing your priorities, and always be ready and prepared to any problems that will come. Hard work and dedication always pay off. So, the first pig house was made of straw. The pig was lazy. He built his house very quickly and it's very big. He chose the straw house which is cheap, and then he will still have lots of money left over so that he can buy all of his wants. And the pig who bought the stick house, he did the same thing with the straw. The pig who built the straw house. The house was also very weak. He chose the weak house. He chose the material which is very weak, but it is very affordable. Just like the pig who built the straw house did. He he had lots of money left over so that he can buy his needs. I mean wants. I'm sorry. And the third pig house made of brick. The third pig was smart and hardworking. He worked hard all day to make his to make sure his house will be strong and able to save all of their lives and money. He chose he's the man to save all of their lives and the money. And the the brick house, it cost lots of money, you all know. He chose it because it costs lots of money so that he will have less money. He won't be able to buy his wants and focus straight on his needs. So the first two pigs never anticipated the big bad wolf or the calamities or the crisis that happens, the pandemic. They never anticipated what will happen. They are always buying their needs to make sure that they I mean their wants, I'm sorry. They always buy their wants to make sure that they are comfortable and their life will be enjoyable.
Mhm. So, anong nabanggit niya, be responsible with your money. Bumalik ulit dun sa ano na yung napaka-importante needs and wants na naman. No? So, if you focus on your wants lagi, maring hindi ka prepared doon sa mga mas importante. So, ituloy-tuloy na natin. So, may animation din siya. Hindi ko alam kung paano nagawa nito. Marunong din siyang marunong din siyang magawa ng mga animation, no? So, actually, nung 9 years old ako, hindi pa ako nakakita yata ng computer. Actually, college na ako nakahawak ng typewriter. Tapos yung 9-year-old, meron na siyang animation na ginagawa. No? Win, I watch your video, yung tortoise and the hare and the ant and the grasshopper. Can you share us the lessons? Why you did make that video?
So, how I made those videos was from an animation program called Scratch, where you use building code blocks to make animations and games. There's so many other things that you can do with Scratch. So, the first thing you mentioned, Tito Rom, was the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise, he represents a hard-working person. Doesn't spend money much. He reviews for all his exams, even though he is very slow. He always knows that there is an exam coming, so he tries his best so he can prepare for what is coming for the exam. He will then be ready for his test. The hare represents someone who is not hardworking. He's lazy. He's just sleeping, playing. Doesn't review for his exam. Always spends and never cares what he never cares. He cares for his money only for his wants, only for the things that he wants. He will not be able to pass the test because money is also needed for transportation fares and for food for the exams. So when the hare arrived at the school, he was very late. The gates were closed and he saw Tortoise and his friends playing in the playground. And the ant and the grasshopper. Here is for the ant and the grasshopper. The ant represents the person who saves for the future and doesn't spend time for leisure and the things he wants. So you see, he was hard at work carrying food all over to his colony, over to his little shelter, his little rock shelter, so he can have food and money to use when the wind comes. He always saves for the future and he always buys needs. He doesn't care about too much. The grasshopper represents a person who always spends time for leisure. He tried to make the ant come with him and play, but he said, you know what he said? I am too busy because I am doing some. I am I am carrying food for the winter. But the grasshopper laughed at the ant because he thought the winter was far away, but the winter came earlier unexpectedly. He doesn't say that when the time comes, he will be hungry and he will have nothing to live on.
Cool.
That's the
And
lesson.
thank you, Win. So parang narinig ko dun yung risk management din, no, Rom, no? So parang si Ant, alam niyo yung potential risks pag dumating yung weather na hindi okay. So, bago dumating yung potential na problema, so nag-ipon muna si Ant. Parang,
Ina-advise natin sa mga kliyente natin yung tinatawag nating emergency fund
correct.
or yung fire extinguisher, yung other words natin dyan. So, ang galing.
Animation yun.
Animation. Imagine, no, na-share niya sa mga kabataan ang value ng emergency fund, di ba? Ang galing ng bata nito.
Cool. Okay, Win. Last year, on your 8th birthday, instead of receiving gifts for your birthday, you actually gave out goods for families for the pandemic. So, what did you learn from that experience?
Giving groceries instead of receiving gifts. What I learned from that experience, it makes me happier and healthier. And small acts of kindness show more than anything words can do. I also learned to introduce others the importance of generosity.
Ayun. Bata. Di ba pag bata ka, Joy, di ba pag birthday mo, ano kaya regalo sa ano kaya regalo sa akin? So itong ating CEO na to, o yung ating big boss na to, instead of expecting something sa birthday niya, nag-share siya. Imagine mo, you create happiness win, no, during your birthday na namimigay ka ng sa ibang tao. So
Ay, sa kanya rin, di ba?
of course. So, if you share your blessings, so imagine, di ba? Sabi nga natin, babalik din yan actually sa iyo. Okay. So Win, actually you have your latest project in my hometown, where I studied in Look National High School. It's actually affected by pandemic, so it's a little bit delayed. But we call it like Math Tulungan. So of Look National. So could you tell us more about that Money Smart Kids project of Math Tulungan in Look National High School?
The Matalangan program is a program for students of LNHS or Loc National High School for grade 7 students. It's a program aiming to develop, enhance, and increase the numeracy skills of grade 7 students. Each of 200 students under the program will receive a Money Smart Kids Learning Kit.
Namigay
Namigay ng birthday niya, namigay din ng learning kit sa mga estudyante. Di ba? Grade 7 from the 9-year-old.
Kasi para sa mga ating kuya.
And of course, yung value. I think we also share the value of studying hard as well, passing the subjects. Of course, matulungan is, actually yung math is a big, you need, parang, di ba, parang multiplication, addition, but it helps a lot din sa atin. To be financial literacy, you need to know that, di ba, simple financial literacy.
Yeah, important sa math. And of course, alam ko, nahirapan din yung mga family with the online na learning experience right now, di ba? So, affected din ng pandemic yung mga families. So, parang medyo nice na makatanggap ng package from
Money Smart.
Correct. To support them sa education nila. Okay, Win, before we wrap this up, so can you give us or our viewers as well a message? I guess a message from you.
I can give our viewers a message. What I can say is that all of you be financially literate because this will guide you all to a better life in the future.
Guys, to our
Always
viewers.
remember, keeping your money for today means ensuring that you will definitely have a better life in the future.
Okay. To our viewers natin, no? So, ano yun, ang viewers natin kung nag-agree kayo to, just hit like or comment, no? So, imagine kung message niya is be financially literate. No? Napaka-busy ng ating guest na ito, Joy, na meron tong Facebook page na Money Smart Kids, may pa-event pa to, may pa-webinar pa to, may pa ano pa to, may gift giving pa to sa December. So with all those activities, we invite our viewers and followers to your upcoming events.
So, all of you are invited to my upcoming events. I can teach you all about more about financial literacy and the basics. And each event has a special assigned topic and another special animation or presentation. With every fable has a little bit of financial literacy with it.
Very good. So these will be webinars, are they?
Yeah, these are webinars. And
Sounds good.
the gift giving event can also be a webinar.
Hindi kasi pandemic, syempre, no? Pero imagine mo, papalapit na yung Pasko. And then, di ba, yung value giving is, di ba, in-emphasize natin sa ating mga kababayan, no? And then, itong batang ito is mamibigay din ng regalo sa kanyang sa mga kapitbahay ng mga kaibigan o kamag-anak. So, ang galing. Nakaka-inspire, no?
Yes.
Yan ang tinatawag na win how to be you. Or paano maging yung mga anak natin, no? Paano maging win, paano natin nasundin yung kanyang advocacy.
Hindi lang siya para sa mga bata. Diba? So parang kahit mga medyo matatanda rin, you can learn. Kasi minsan parang just going back to the basics. Kasi yun lang din naman yung binibigay ni Win for us, diba? Parang ini-state lang yung basics na minsan nakakalimutan natin as we progress through life.
Right.
Diba yung mga nakakalimutan natin yung mga tinuro sa atin ng magulang natin dati.
Namin dyan, remind din natin yung mga magulang na gawin din yung tinuro ni Win, no? Yung be responsible money, financially literate, mag-ipon, emergency fund. Kasi hindi natin alam yung di ba lagi nating, ang mind natin nag-iisip, it's a perfect world, walang mangyayari. And then after, darating yung pandemic, o sakit, as kanina matatakbo sa kaibigan, mangungutang. Hindi lagi matatakbo. Paano kung mawalan ka ng trabaho? Kaya na yung nangyari sa atin ngayon, yung pandemya. So, napakagandang lesson, napakagandang learnings
And
talaga.
also, be resilient. So kahit na mangyari man yun, diba? So bangon ulit.
Correct. At saka, may isa pang natutunan dyan, hindi mo pala kailangan maging matanda para magtayo ng negosyo. Oo, hindi kailangan maging malaking negosyo ka agad. So inaantok na yung guys. Dahil maaga daw siya nagising. Sa pasensya ko, because of time difference, no? Kasi advance kami ng 3 oras dito sa Australia. So alas 7 pa lang dyan. Alam ko, dapat, bakasyon na yan. Bakasyon dapat natutulog to, pero nag-share siya sa atin ng knowledge dito sa Australia. At the same time sa Pilipinas. So,
Okay.
maraming salamat. Thank you. So, ginawa natin. Save taxes legally, guys. Be smart with
Taxsmart Cafe.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.